Hey Reylo fam, it's Jungle Jenna, and I'm back with another Star Wars video. Before I begin, I just want to thank everyone for the likes, subscriptions, comments, all of that beautiful stuff. You're all beautiful people, and I love you. And now that that moment of sentimentality has passed, I'm going to launch into the video. So this video is mainly going to be a brief analysis of the trailer and my my belief that, or let me backtrack. Okay, so after the initial hype over the trailer died down, there was a lot of speculation over whether that end scene between Rey and Kylo Ren was used or was composed of different scenes and was thus a misdirect. And I just wanted to create a video basically explaining just from my point of view, how even if that end scene between them was misleading or was used or was composed of different scenes, that doesn't necessarily mean that the concepts that the trailer presents are misleading. So I think it's pretty significant that before the trailer came out, Rian Johnson basically said, don't watch the trailer if you don't want to be spoiled. If you want to go into it clean, don't watch it. So I think it's promising that he basically said, you know, this is a spoilery trailer. The thing that I found most surprising about the trailer when I watched it was like how Reylo it is. And it's not just that end scene, it's the way that it's constructed. It's the fact that the trailer focuses on Rey and Kylo Ren pretty much the whole time. And the trailer is constructed or it's organized into like four major chunks. The first chunk, or the first part, I should say, is the opening with Kylo Ren. And this part focuses on Kylo Ren's relationship with Snoke and Snoke's attitude about Kylo Ren and his powers. So we kind of get a feel for their relationship with each other. And then the second part comes in with Rey and Luke, and more specifically her relationship with Luke. What we get from these two parts being placed next to each other is that we have this direct parallel between Rey and Kylo Ren. Not only are they both in a position of being a student and having a trainer or a mentor guiding them in the ways of the light and dark respectively, but we also get a sense of what their relationship is like with each of their mentors. With Snoke, we know that Snoke sees this raw, untamed potential in Kylo Ren, and he sees something very, very special. Whereas with Luke, he sees this tremendous power in Rey, but because of his experience with Ben, he's terrified of it. And then the third part goes back to Kylo Ren, and instead of focusing so much on his relationship with Snoke, it actually focuses on his relationship with Leia and also himself. So we get to see more of his conflict, his humanity, this struggle that he has between the light and the dark, and how it seems to be intensifying. What we can gather from both the second and the third part is that because Luke is terrified of Rey's powers, Rey is in a position where she doesn't know where she fits in with all of these newfound force powers. And then we have Kylo Ren in the third part basically struggling with the fact that he's on the dark side and maybe figuring out that patricide isn't all that it's cracked up to be, which is something that I think Pablo Hidalgo said on Twitter. Somebody said it on Twitter, I know that for sure. But here, even though we don't have scenes of them together face to face, we have these parallels between them being drawn. So by the time that the trailer ends, to have Rey and Kylo Ren facing each other and Kylo Ren seeming to extend his hand to her, it's not really a big surprise because you have two characters who are in the same place in their respective journeys, but they happen to find that belonging with each other. In between all this, we get minor glimpses of Finn, Poe, Chewbacca, the Porgs. We get another glimpse of Luke and Leia. So we almost have like this really small section in between all of this Reylo stuff, where we see all of the other characters that happen to exist in the movie, and still we are not able to see Kelly Murray Tran's character or Laura Dern's or Benicio del Toro's. So, so to me, even if the end scene between Rey and Kylo Ren, even if it's composed using different scenes and Kylo Ren is extending his hand to Leia instead of Rey, and Rey is talking to Luke instead of Kylo Ren, it doesn't even matter because that trailer was so fucking Reylo. It was like out of this world crazy. So yeah, that's all that I really had to say about that. Oh, also, they make some interesting connections between Rey and Kylo Ren, like at the very beginning, where Snoke says that he found something truly special in Kylo Ren, and then all of a sudden, Rey appears out of nowhere with her lightsaber, jutting forward, and it just was this really weird moment, like where you couldn't tell if Snoke was talking about Rey or Kylo Ren, but the fact that they kind of misdirect or kind of confuse you a little in that sense, it just draws that sense of connection between these two characters like even further. But yeah, there's going to be a more in-depth podcast trailer analysis that's in the works right now. So yeah, thank you for listening to my little short Reylo ramble, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.